Hi there. Thank you for taking time to watch this video today. My name is Jackson Taylor, and what I'm going to be talking about is what I would do if I were turning 65 in a month or 3 months or 6 months. If I was turning 65 within the next 12 months, what would I do? If I was in that time frame, what would I do? What would I be trying to figure out? What would I be learning? And what would I be getting ahead of? Those are the types of things that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Well, first things first, I have to assess how far out I am from Medicare. If you are watching this and you are more than 12 months away from turning 65, I'm not telling you that this isn't relevant for you. This is very relevant because you can get ahead of this time frame and start pushing this and following this timetable, if you will, even before turning 12 months, being prepared for that. There's no harm in being more ready. That's great. But this is primarily going to be for people who are at least within that 12-month window. If I were anywhere within that 12-month window, I am going to start researching. I'm going to start researching original Medicare. Original Medicare. Now, when I say start researching, I'm going to use a couple different sources, a couple different pieces of information or different sources, resources to do this research. I'm not going to just pick one thing. I'm not just going to get on the internet. I'm not just going to find someone I trust and talk to them. I'm going to use a couple different resources to get this done. But I'm going to start researching original Medicare. One mistake that a lot of Medicare beneficiaries make in that 12 months is they don't really start looking at the timetable for enrollment. They don't look at the exclusions to Medicare, and they wait till right before Medicare starts, and then there's all this information they have to learn. I don't want to do that. What I would really suggest is if you're in that 12 months before you can start enrolling into plans, you definitely want to start researching original Medicare. Find out what it covers, right? What it covers. Find out how it functions, what it costs, and where it works. Right? I'm going to find out what it covers, how it functions, what it costs, and where it works. Those are the things that I want to figure out about original Medicare. So if I'm in that 12-month period before, if I'm anywhere within a year turning 65, I'm going to start researching this and figuring these things out. What does Medicare cover? How does it function? What does it cost? Where does it work? Who takes Medicare? How does it work, and where does it work at? And there's a couple different sources I'm going to use. I will use things like Medicare.gov. It's a great source. Medicare.gov. Going to find a trusted agent. And when I say trusted, I mean one that you feel like you can trust. Now, the good news is if you are wanting to find an agent that can start educating you on these things about original Medicare, we have plenty of agents that would love to talk to you about that. And you can follow the information in the description of the video below to get in contact with one of our agents. They would love to start educating you on original Medicare and these little points that I've come up with you for here. Medicare.gov, find a trusted agent. I would certainly find reading material. Reading material. There's the great book out there that you can purchase that we really love. It's a book called The Medicare Breakdown book. It is by a guy named Justin Brock, who is in the Medicare industry. Certainly something that you should look into. There's the Medicare and You Handbook that you can find on Medicare.gov. So there's lots of information that you can get that will teach you all of this information. I wouldn't just use the internet. I wouldn't just use an agent. I would find other sources, and I would find lots of sources that can teach me about original Medicare and these things that I'm looking for. So I certainly would start that. Now that's if I'm 12 months out. Once I get to that 6-month range, so once I'm within that 6-month range, if I want to look at going Medicare supplement, I'm going to start choosing my Medicare supplement plan or my Medigap plan. So in this spot, in the 6 months or less range, I'm choosing if I want Medigap or not. And if I do, if yes, I am going to pick which one. A lot of Medicare beneficiaries aren't aware of this, but I can actually start doing my applications for a Medigap plan, a Medicare supplement plan, up to 6 months before my Part B effective date. 6 months before my 65th birth month. So I can start doing this 6 months out. If I'm 6 months away from turning 65, I can start doing this. Right? I can start putting my applications in. Now, that doesn't mean that the coverage is going to start. It actually is not going to take effect until my Part B effective date. That's when it will take effect. But I'm going to start looking at this and choosing my plan and doing the application so that it's in place 6 months out. And one of the reasons I want to do it that early, I have the ability to do it, but I also want to do it that early so that I don't have to worry about the government slowing down any of my applications on my Medicare. And if my Medicare gets slowed down, then my Medigap gets slowed down, and it can be a headache. I want to get in front of this stuff as early as I can, so I certainly would be considering doing this. This is a great time to start doing this 6 months out. That's when you can start enrolling. Right, so I would actually start doing the application right then and there. That way it's approved and ready to go. The good news is it's going to be automatically approved, but you definitely want to get that done in a timely fashion. I would start looking, I would research ancillary health products. Meaning I'm going to look at things like dental, vision, hearing. I'm going to look at cancer products, heart attack and stroke. I'm going to look at hospital indemnity plans because these are things that I can start enrolling into 6 months out. Now it's not going to wait to take effect like a Medicare supplement would. If I enroll into one of these plans, if I apply for one of these plans, it would have to start in the next 90 days. However, I do want to get the underwriting out of the way if I can. These are ancillary products. They'll work with what you currently have. So it'll work with your current coverage. So those are things that I would maybe consider going ahead and doing an application for. And if I'm not going to do an application, at the very least, at least research it. That way I know what I'm getting into and what I do need to consider. So I would certainly start looking at ancillary health products to know where I want to do. So in my 6 month window, if I'm 6 months or less, if I want to go Medigap, I'm going to go ahead and research that, pick one and then enroll or apply rather. And then I would start looking and researching health ancillary products and then even enrolling into those, or applying for those. That's something that I would do too. And you have to remember little key points here is if I apply for my Medicare supplement right now, 6 months out, I can have it be effective. I can wait for the effective date to be when my Part B or my Medicare starts. It has to be. Ancillary products, I can't do that. Most of the time, they're typically going to have at least a 90-day window that they have to go effective. So if I do the ancillary products right now, if I apply right now, it would typically start about 3 months before my Medicare would start, but that is still beneficial. And if you want to know why that would be beneficial, again, we have agents that would love to talk to you. Just follow the information in the description of the video below, and an agent would love to talk to you about that. Now, we're really getting to the hot and heavy. This is where things get heated up. 3 months out. Now I'm in my window called IEP. And in this window, I can officially enroll into original Medicare. I can enroll into a Medicare Advantage plan. I can enroll into a prescription drug plan. This is go time. So I'm just going to put that in Big, bold letters. Go time. 3 months out, I'm enrolling into everything. I'm starting 3 months out. I do not want to wait. I know the window is 3-1-3, which is a 7-month window. 3 months before my 65th birth month, the month of, and then 3 months after. That's my initial enrollment period. But I don't want to wait. I want to do this as soon as I can. That way nothing gets caught up, nothing gets hung up, and I can go ahead and get this done and get this ready to go. I definitely want to have that going. So 3 months out, this is go time. When 3 months out comes, I want to feel like I know as much as I need to know, and I want to be getting my applications in and ready to go. That way I don't have to wait for anything, and I can choose my plan. That is the timetable that I would follow if I'm turning 65. You got 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. I definitely want to stay educated, and everything really needs to get going at 12 months. If you are watching this for the first time and you're a month out, well, that's okay. Guess what? It's go time. You need to find someone you trust to start asking them questions and get that processed and ready to go. If you're 13 months out, great. Well, next month you need to start doing a lot of research. So either way, any place you're at, just know you fall in that area, and that's what I would do if I were in that situation. So get out there, research, figure these things out, but most importantly, remember, this is a compass to your Medicare journey, and we would love to help you. We have plenty of agents that would love to help you and figure this stuff out with you. We don't have a crystal ball, but we do have the information, we have the training, we have the agents that are educated enough to help you make the right decision. So get in touch with us by following the information in the description of the video below. That way an agent can help you today with your Medicare journey. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.